Hello and welcome to the Crafty Diamond. I am Debbie. Today I'm going to be kitting up or preparing my first canvas for 2025, and that is this little fellow. I actually unboxed him on my channel. If you missed that unboxing, I will put that at the top of the eye, so go and check that out. And it is a 30 by 45.3 centimeters. And his name is Chat-Pilaire. The artist is Marion LePage, and it's a round kit from Orloa, so should not take very long to complete. I'm hoping to get this completed rather quickly in January, and that's going to be also for the pink and black event that is going to be hosted by Crafty ishKristyn and also Mushmallow. I'll put their information underneath the description as well, so go and check those out. And I am hoping to also work on another diamond painting, and that is one that I've already kitted up, so it'll be my second diamond painting, I guess. But it is a Hannah Lynn, and it's Garden Girl, and I am co-hosting the Hannah Lynn event, and I am going to put that information below. I'm co-hosting with Melissa, and I'm excited to be co-hosting with her on that one, and that's going to be a little bit bigger canvas. I do have that one as a video as well, so if you missed it, I'll put that at the top of the eye so you can go and check that one out also. But let me know how you guys are doing. Hello, and it will almost be the new year when you see this video, 38, 36. So I hope that you had a wonderful holiday if you observe Christmas, or if you are possibly observing Hanukkah, that you had just a wonderful day. We actually didn't do very much, which was extremely nice, and it was just the three of us. We had a nice dinner that we actually just picked up. We picked it up on Christmas Eve, and then I just heated everything up. We had already had turkey for Thanksgiving. We usually don't do traditional foods anyway when it comes to holidays, and we all just decided on barbecue. And I know that's kind of strange, but we decided on barbecue. We really enjoyed it. Went to a place that we hadn't been to before, or we had, but it's been a long time. And that was really tasty. And we had, some sides, and I did add a couple of things on the sides, but it was easy cleanup. We had lunch, and then we just kind of had snacks and leftovers for dinner. And that worked out because none of us had to stay in the kitchen for very long. The cleanup was just super easy. Just put our dishes in the dishwasher, and that was about it. And then Paige opened her gifts, and she was real happy with everything she had gotten. She had a big Christmas because she got gifts from her dad that she had asked him for. She knew pretty much that she would get what she really wanted, and that was a tablet. So she did get her tablet, and then she spent a little bit of time with him on Christmas Eve. This one has a lot of static. She spent some time on Christmas Eve with her dad, and that was, nice. And then we went to church. My best friend and I met at my house. We had some snacks, we had a glass of wine, and she stayed all day. And then we went to an early service. Unfortunately, my husband could not go. He ended up not being able to go with us, and it was a really nice service, but he was able to watch it online. So it was nice that at least my best friend and my daughter got to go. And then we left there. These are really, really bad on this one. It's going everywhere. Of course it is. I am going to grab I'm gonna need static guard and a dryer sheet for this one because it's so bad that it is absolutely stuck to the bag. And I'm gonna do that and I will be right back. What a mess. This one was so bad that it's actually sticking to the dryer sheet, which that is really weird, but hopefully it's not gonna be this way. I'm glad there's only a few colors. It's not horribly bad. But as I was saying, we went to church and then we came back home. My best friend had to leave because she had to go home. It was, later. And then we had already had dinner ready. It was in the crock pot. All I had to do was go and heat it up. And so that was pretty much our Christmas Eve. And then we did talk to Maddie, my oldest. We were able to talk to her on Christmas Eve and on Christmas Day. It was really hard because I am always with my kids for Christmas, and she just could not come home this year because she is going to be going to Disney with Paige and her dad next week. And because of that, she can't take off that much of work. She just needs the money too. And I'm not going to be able to see her, which makes me sad, but Paige will be able to. She's going to go straight to the airport here in Georgia, and then she's going to meet up with her dad and with Paige, and then they are going to fly to Disney together. And so that, I'm glad they're able to do that, but I wish that he had brought her in a little bit early, so that way I would have been able to see her. She could have come here, spent the night, and then they could have gone together to the airport, but he thought it'd be better just to go ahead and meet her at the airport. I don't know how that's going to work out because every time that she comes home or we go there, we always have flight problems. So I just hope that they don't, because then they may all miss their flight going to Florida, or she may have to go on a separate flight. I don't know how they decided on that. I guess they will figure that out as they go. But I hope if you observe Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever holiday that you observe, that you had a really nice day with, family, friends. Oh, this one's going to be staticky too. It's all over my hands. I even rubbed my hands with a mount sheet, dryer sheet, and now it's just came out of the bag. This is going to be a messy kit up, but if it's not messy, it wouldn't be one of mine, right? If you've been around here long enough. I used to love to kit up, and now it's one of those things that I almost dread. $7.72, just because the fact that it's messy and it's a pain and it takes forever. I've tried to put washi on these, and that way it'll be easier to take off. I'm not sure on Orlo, I cannot remember on theirs if their stickers tend to stick really bad. I don't think they do, but just in case, I'm going to make sure, because some of these still have a lot of sticker residue, and I even used Goo Gone on this. I've used alcohol, and it's still on here, but it's slowly starting to peel away. And I hate it because it makes them look kind of bad. These are kind of sticking to. I don't want to have to fool with dryer sheets or my spray starch unless I just have to. But I hate it when these stick. Anyway, I hope that you did have a good day, or at least if you had some time off for work, that's a win-win too. I am off work for a couple of weeks because we're in between terms. And I have really taken full advantage of it, trying to get some things done around here. I've been able to diamond paint quite a bit, but I'm still working on my white Christmas. I do not think, unfortunately, that it is going to be finished by the end of the year because I only have a few days and I still have a lot to do. It seems like there's a lot of color blocking, but it seems like I'm just not making much progress, and I have worked on it a lot. It's one of those that I've stopped working on anything else for diamond painting, and I'm really trying to get it finished. I mean, it's really no big deal. If I don't, it'll be a whip that I'm taking into 2025, but I will continue working on it until it's finished. And I really want to get back to my dragon seasons and get that one knocked out because I basically have winter left. I have a little bit of fall, but that should be finished. And then I'll just have winter left. I was even waiting on that one because I wanted to work on it in winter. And I was hoping I could spend some time in January just to go ahead and get that one done. That would be a huge accomplishment, getting that diamond painting finished because of how large it is. But I'm not working on that one in January until this one's done. And this one being the White Christmas. And it's gorgeous. It's a big canvas. And it just seems like no matter how much time I spend on it, I'm just not making the progress like I thought I would. But I do that a lot. I think, oh, it's not going to take me as long to do. I never estimate the hours correctly. It's always much longer than what I think. So I should just add twice whatever I think it is, and then I might be actually on target on any of my other ones. Let's see. And of course I had all these in order. They were really pretty. I had them in a row of the smallest to the largest. And then my cat decides right before I wanted to video, she gets up here and just moves them all out of whack. And I just said, well, forget it. I'm not going to do it again. I did it twice. And she's so cute and cuddly, and she's so friendly. And I just hate to, can't be mad at her. And if she wants to be on my table, she can. Let's see. Because she has turned out to be a major blessing for all of us. I mean, she is just so friendly, and I think we all needed that. I did not do a whip and chat this past week because I had my premiere. And if you missed that one, I'll also put that underneath the top of the eye. And I'll try to put these underneath the descriptions as well. And that was a lot of fun. This is my second year to do the premiere. And there's also a playlist that I had under the description underneath my premiere, so you can go and take a look at that and see other content creators. And I still have several that I missed because of either we had friends over or we were just doing, family time or sleeping or, whatever it may be. And so I'm going through the ones that I missed and watching those while I diamond paint. So it's definitely giving me a lot to listen to. I just have to remember which one I stopped on and then go to the next one whenever I'm done. This one, I need to get some more out of here. I mean, this is so bad. I am having to use scissors and cut into the bag and then pull them out. And this is even after I am using my static guard stuff. It's still sticking. I think it'd be easier to do it this way. And just get my dryer sheet and try to run it through the bag and see if I can't pick them up like this. Well, at least I'll just get it on my table and then sweep them in here. I think that might work too. I almost didn't do this on video. I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and I will just do this and sit here and listen to the videos that I've missed. But then I wanted to talk to you guys because even though I did the premiere and I did tag questions, it wasn't the same as talking to all of you. And so I really missed that and wanted to do that this week. And I need to get this kitted up. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to be able to chat with all of you. There are already a lot of events that's already popping up. This one's open. Where are all these drills coming from? There's a bag I think that's open. Maybe I can find it fairly quickly. But there's so many events that are actually in January already. And I did not do very many events in 2024 and decided that I want to do more events in 2025 because it will also help me decide what I want to work on in upcoming months. And I may not get to it, but we'll see. Let's see, I'm going to cut a little bit of this off. So I'm really looking at all of the events that have already popped up on Mr. and Mrs. Dubé's spreadsheet, and then also Kay on Facebook, and then there's Kirby's doing one on Instagram to help everybody. This might help a little bit. And so I am just looking to see. I'm not going to do events back to back. That did help a lot. I'm not going to do events back to back necessarily because a lot of times I'm not able to finish in 1 month because I'm working on more than one kit. But I'm just looking to see, you know, what sounds like something that I have in my stash. What would I want to work on at that point? And I'm doing it that way. So just because I have something marked that I would like to do doesn't mean that it's going to happen. Because I am trying not to have more than 3 canvases or 3 whips going at a time. Now, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. If I'm able to do that. But I am going into 2025. I'm going to count my White Christmas as not going to be finished. And if it is, that'll be wonderful. But I'm going to count that as not being finished. It will be a whip. And then I have my Dragon Seasons. I know that one's not going to be finished. And then the third one is the Mystery from Diamond Art Studio UK. And I only did like 3 days. I was going to work on it in December because it's like it's these doors, and then you have 24 of them. And I've gotten like 3 days done because I was focusing on other things. My actual Advent, I did finish that, but that'll be my third one that I'm taking into the new year, and that's fine. And then I did, or I should have, another whip, and I don't. So that I'm going to start in January as well. So my January sounds like it's going to be really crazy already. But I purchased everything for the Stitch Along, and it's been about 3 or 4 months now, and I have not gotten to it, and I want to. You get a new section every month around the 15th of the month, and I think it's going through April. So I need to get caught up on that one. I've just been putting that off, honestly, because when I did receive my supplies that I needed, and I ordered it from Jaded Gem Shop. The actual canvas is not in the correct direction, and instead of having to order another one, I'm just going to ignore, or try to ignore, the actual numbers that's on the canvas and just count myself. And I just have not done that yet because I couldn't really figure out how I was going to do it. If I was going to have to order another canvas and wait, and it'll take a couple of months to get it in, or just use what I have, and decided I'm just going to use what I have, what came with it, and just see if I can do it that way. Where is that? Oh, this one's at the end because it's a special drill. So I am going to start that one. I don't know. I would like to start it in January. I don't know if I'll be able to, because I've gotten what I'm trying to get done in January. It's kind of aggressive, even for me. Or especially for me, I guess, because I don't really do a lot in 1 month. But I thought it would be, that it wouldn't be, that I'd get more done in December. And I have gotten quite a bit in December, but I've done a couple more kits that I wasn't planning on doing. And granted, those kits are smaller, but they still add up. If you're not a subscriber, and please click on that subscribe button, and that way you are alerted when I have new videos coming up. I am going to have a year-end video where I'm going to show you all of my completed canvases for 2024, and I'm really excited about that. I'm honestly debating if I want to do a month-end review for December and then do my year-end review, or just do my month-end review with my year-end review. I kind of like to do it separately. I'm just not sure if that's going to work. Oh, what is my count sheet? I'm not sure if that is going to work or not. It might be better to go ahead and do a December. And then in December, I can go over my 2024 goals and did I complete them. But I'm not sure if that should be part of my 2024. So I'm not really sure. So let me know what you would like to see. Either 2 separate videos, a December and a year, or just seeing one. I'm curious what you guys think. That was so much easier doing it that way. Okay, $4.98. Yeah, definitely let me know. I think this is going to work out with all the small ones. I have plenty of smalls. And I did not mention, let's see. Okay, here's another one. I thought that events would be very helpful for me. I do have the goals that I want for 2025. I really want to get some of my older kits completed. Most of those are Diamond Art Club. I did go through and look to see which ones were older, so that way I will know which ones that I really need to try to work on. I still want to have 25% of those completed, because I mean some are from 2020 and 2021. And I did destash some of those. So I don't know if I want to count those or not, because they're no longer in my stash. I went through all my diamond paintings. It took a while. And then I decided, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with them. I really didn't want to sell them. because then I would have to mail them. That's a lot of work. And a lot of people are not buying from D-Stash. And on top of that, especially the older ones, because the older ones have the older drills. Some of my older ones didn't even have stickers, and then some didn't. Some had stickers, but they didn't have the perforated stickers, so you had to cut your stickers. That was back in the day. And so I did go ahead and de-stash some of those. But what I decided, this one may be too full. What I decided to go ahead and do is, when we adopted our kitten, we adopted her from a shelter, and the shelter has a store. Uh-oh, this is not gonna be good. Has a store, it's kind of like, you know, Goodwill. And all of their proceeds from that store, and it's all donations, goes towards their shelter, towards their shelter animals. And I liked that, especially because we now have Abby, who was a shelter animal. And so I went through my diamond paintings. My husband loaded them all up in my trunk, in my car, and they all fit. And I took them down today, which for me is Saturday. Took them down, and they were so thankful. It really made me feel good that I was able to help them out. And I mean, as soon as I started taking them in my car, people were pulling up into their drive, and they were about to go in, and they saw them, and they were just flocking over there before they could even get them listed and get them on their floor. So that made me feel good. I thought, I'm gonna donate this in honor of Salem, and who was our 9-year-old cat, and we really miss her. But I'm gonna honor Salem, and I'm gonna donate these, because you can donate them in honor of a pet or anyone. So I actually donated to Zoe, which we lost her back in March, and she was a little Shih Tzu. She was older, and I donated for both of them. And so I got to put a little sticker up on the wall and of what I was donating if I wanted to. I just said crafts. I didn't want to be specific. I didn't want everybody to know what I was donating. Not that it really mattered, but that was the highlight of my day. And so now it's a win-win for me, actually, because I have less diamond paintings. I still have a huge stash, because you have to understand, I've been collecting since 2020. And 2020, I really didn't, it was towards the end of 2020, like November, December. And then 2021, 2022, I diamond painted, but I didn't diamond paint that much. And so I just kept collecting and collecting and not really having time to do them. And then I really got heavy into diamond painting in 2023. And that's when I really wanted to focus more on the craft. And I'm still buying. And I only do around 20, 25 a year. So I didn't really see any of my storage that I had in storage. I didn't really see that go down very much. And then when we moved, it was like a rude awakening, because I had a pickup truck full of diamond paintings. And it was full. And so that was kind of embarrassing too. Not to mention, you know, it was really eye-opening. I knew I had a lot, but it didn't seem like a lot until they were all together. And then it was like, oh, holy crap, I've got to do something. And so now that we've downsized, I don't have a place for them. And my husband has made me some shelves, and I thought, okay, they're going to have to all fit on this shelf. And I want to get that stash down. And at this point, I don't know how many that I have, because my husband did bring them all up today. And I am doing some heavy organizing. I got really bad, did not update. If this fits in here, I will be surprised. It might. I did not update my spreadsheet that I had. I didn't do a very good job at keeping up with my diamond paintings. And so now I'm going through, I'm updating. I've just decided I'm starting a brand new spreadsheet, or doing a brand new tab on that spreadsheet. I'm updating it, just putting all of them in, and I'm going to get super organized at the end of every box. I'm going to put the name of the kit. I would like to have an actual photo of all the ones that I have, and so that way I can go through and just see what I have. And I could do that. I could also use the app to do it, but that app took me forever when I did it the first time, and so I don't know if I want to go back and do that again. But we'll see. I'll decide once I start to get organized, and then I'm going to go through and see when I purchased all of these, and I can do that on the website. And then that way I will know which ones are my oldest. But I'm determined that 2025, and you're going to hear this from me, directly from me, that 2025 is going to be that year. It's going to be the year of accomplishments, whether it's organizing my crafts, organizing in my house, whether it is decluttering, because we had so much stuff. I mean, we're older and we had so much stuff, and downsizing, we got rid of a lot of stuff, guys. I mean, a lot before we moved. We were just really thinking, oh, we got this licked. It's not going to be bad at all. Well, when we moved, we still had tons of stuff. And so we're still destashing. Even my husband is now on the kick that he wants to destash some of his things. All right, I have 2 bags of 310. I'm going to use a large container because I really do not want to have to hang on to any bags when I have plenty of room. Hopefully the large Elizabeth Ward container will fit in here. Right now what I'm doing, and you can't see because I'm not on camera, I'm trying to get my washi. And I don't know if you guys know this, but washi tape does not last forever. I don't exactly know when the lifespan of washi is, but after a while, your washi is going to lose its stickiness, and it's not going to be any good. So don't just hold your washi because you think that it's really pretty, because eventually it's still going to look pretty, but the problem is you're not going to be able to use it. So don't be that person. Let's see if this is going to fit. Don't be that person and hang on to your washi and think that you will just be able to use it for the perfect time, because the perfect time, honestly, it might be too late. I'm sure you already knew that, but just in case, that is a tip that I am giving you guys freely. Now this one I am going to put in here, and it's still sticking. It's cold here. It has been raining. We are in for some really bad weather this evening. So maybe that is why I'm having so many problems. There's some drills that's over here. Drills are going everywhere. I have a dryer sheet in here. I also have used my static guard with a Q-tip. And I also have my dryer sheet here that I am putting drills on. I'm cleaning up just a little bit. I'm putting drills on, and it is still lots of static. So I'm sure that this is due to such horrible weather that we're having, but this is crazy. And if it is the weather, then I need to start thinking ahead when I want to kit up my Josephine wall. Because that will be here before you know it, the Josephine wall event, and wow, I don't want to deal with this. Okay, this is getting to be very annoying. I have a question for you guys that do not kit up, that actually use the bags that the drills come in, like these bags. How in the world, if you have a lot of static like I do, how are you able to use your baggies and diamond paint? Does the static eventually just go away? Does it dissipate if you put bounce sheet or dryer sheets in? Or do you just have to fight it every time that you use it? It seems like once I get my drills into my containers, and then I will go and put small little slivers. I will put small slivers of dryer sheets into each of my containers. By the time that I am ready to diamond paint, usually the static is gone. But I'm just curious how you guys do it, because I think a lot of times as soon as it hits the air, that's when it really helps with the static. But then it's too late, because that's when I am trying to kit up. I mean, I have drills everywhere. I'm glad that I used this one. I'm going to put, what did I do with it? I am going to go ahead on this one because 310 seems to be the absolute worst. I'm going to go ahead and cut just a small piece that I can use in here. And this is going to be a lot of 310 in here because of the background. And a lot of white because of the cat too. And I don't have that much white in here. That's going to be interesting. It's going to be white and gray. All right, that might help. But look how it's just, you can just see the static here. See how it's just sticking all onto the container. That is just awful. This is taking way too long considering how small this kit is. All right, let's go for a smaller one. I'm gonna have to put some more of my washi on here. I don't even know where this washi came from. It's really pretty. It's just a light pink. And I thought it'd be perfect since it is a pink and black event. There's honestly not a lot of pink in this kit, but there's some. And I am doing it unofficially, so red is a derivative of pink, and that's what I'm going with. That's what I'm sticking with, but I'm doing this like unofficially. I don't do it, I don't know if they're even offering prizes or anything, but I just do it for fun, just so I can post when other people do too, which I've got to get better on that. I don't post as well as I should on Instagram or even in my own Facebook groups. I need to start doing better. That's another goal for 2025 is I need to do better on my postings. I'm gonna have to tear into this one too and see what I can do. And it seems like every time that I kit up, it's getting worse instead of better. almost a comedy of problems here. Now, what color is this? This is 963. I have been watching Virgin River, trying to get caught up. I am a season behind, and so I need to get caught up because a new season has just started. And I read all the books by Robin Carr, and the book, it's similar. The books are similar, the series, to the actual Netflix series, but there are some deviations. And whenever I'm watching it and there's deviation, I'm like, no, that's not what Miss Carr said. This is what was in the book. But of course, the movies and series don't always follow what is on what has been in books, but some of it is completely off, and I can see why it would be completely off. I get it. And then also I'm watching Only Murders in the Building. That one I just started watching about 6 months ago, I guess. And I'm trying to get caught up on that one, but I don't watch it as much. I watch it with my husband because he likes that too. So we're trying to get caught up. And then we decided whenever we moved that we were not going to stay with cable. We were finally going to go ahead and just do something else. And so we decided we're mainly streaming, but he likes to get local news, have local channels. And so we did decide to go with YouTube TV. We've done it before. And he's found a channel, it's called Get TV, which is like greatest entertainment TV or something like that. And it has a lot of old shows, and we've really been enjoying that too. Like, it has Magnum PI with Tom Selleck, of course, and also has trying to think of all the ones. Quincy's on there, and then Rockford Files, that's one I couldn't think of, has Rockford Files. And so you may not be old enough, you guys, to some of you to remember those, but those were like 70s, late 70s shows, I guess, maybe 80s. And we watched those and we're just laughing because of the clothes, and laughing that we used to see it as kids, and we were talking about, you know, how our family, certain things that they would watch, and, you know, the nights and what all we would do and stuff. And then what we've been doing lately on watching this, because it has been a while, we have actually started, when we were watching it, I'm like, oh, that is so-and-so from so-and-so show. And my husband starts dying laughing. He's like, yeah, I think you're right. We can't remember half the time what we had for dinner the night before, but we remember all these shows from, you know, years and years and years ago. And my daughter will walk by and she's like, why are they wearing clothes like that? And look at that hair. And so we have to explain to her, we're watching a show that's old, and you would have no clue what's going on. And then reading, I've just got my book of the month in, and I'm debating. I've been a book of the month member for many, many years, and I'm debating if I am going to just cancel my membership, but I'm not going to do it until after the 2024 favorite books come out, because I'm a BFF with them, and you get a free book for the end of the year, but now they're waiting until like March, I think, to send those out. And I hate to not get my free book. And then you also get a free book on your birthday, and I think and then one other time during the year, maybe the anniversary when you hit BFF with them. I don't exactly remember, but I don't really have space for a lot of books. But I would prefer to read a book, whether it's a hardback or paperback, as opposed to my Kindle. I mean, I really enjoy my Kindle, but I like an actual book. Being able to hold that physical book better. But I just don't have the space now that we've moved. So I need to start, I guess, reading the books that I have, because I do have a bookshelf full, and then figure out what I'm going to do. But I've got to start reading faster. I love to read, but since I've been diamond painting, my diamond painting has kind of taken over. So I have been listening to books on tape or whatever, Audible, a lot of that. And I do like that too, but still, it's just nothing like a real, actual physical book. I'm about to start on a new book. I gotta figure out which one. I may go ahead and read my book of the month for December, so I don't feel so bad that I have a book of the month and it's just sitting there. I don't know if this is gonna fit in this one. We are almost done, guys. As far as diamond painting for this upcoming week, I will have my whip and chat on Tuesday. It'll come out on Tuesday. I'm hoping to have it done on Monday. And then I do have an upcoming video that I'm going to be talking. It's kind of like a whip and chat, but it's on a specific topic related to diamond painting. And I'm going to keep that secretive until after the video comes out, because I don't want anybody to steal my idea. Not that it hasn't been done before on this idea that I'm going to be doing, but I think it would just be fun to wait until it comes out. So that's going to be on Thursday. And then next Saturday, I'm either going to do a month in review or my end of year goals. And I need to start working on my year end to show you completions, because that's going to take me a little bit, because it's in a couple of places now that we moved, and I need to start getting those out and getting those ready. And then I also need to work on my new logbook for 2025. I need to start printing my pages and getting that ready. So I have a lot to do. All right, $37.99. That's kind of a bigger bag. That might fit in a small, but let's just go on this one with a medium, because I have plenty of room here. I will show you what this looks like once I am done. But I'm looking forward to my logbook that I really need to spend some time on. But then on all this organizing and behind the scenes things that I need to do, that takes away from my diamond painting, and I'm just trying really, really hard to get as much as I can in before the end of the year. But it may not happen, because I need to take time to get everything else done, and then I can diamond paint. So maybe if I do it in small chunks, and then I can give myself a reward. You get X amount done, you can diamond paint. That would be a really good idea. I start back to work on the 2nd, working from home, but I don't have to go in. But I am gonna have a busy semester, teaching an extra class. I gotta teach a night class. I don't like teaching evening classes. That is not something that I am crazy about. We are not supposed to get bad weather, like I mentioned, until tonight. And here it is around 2:30, 3 o'clock on Saturday. And it's starting to rain. And I hear that the wind is also picked up. I'm just cleaning up my mess really quickly. And I have one left. Okay, we are really getting down to the wire now. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed this once again static filled video, but it is done. And now I'm going to go in and put a small dryer sheet into these colors so that I am able to diamond paint this once it hits the first. I don't know if I'm going to diamond paint this one first or if I will start on Hannah Lynn. I'm not real sure, but I'll figure it out. I'm also going to put this in the order that works out best for me, but that's what these look like. I love the colors. It's going to be a lot of fun if we can just fight the static. And then here he is once more. He is so cute. I cannot wait to start on this one, and hopefully it will get done quickly. That's all that I have for you today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you would click on that like button, I would really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, again, I would love to have you here with our friends and family. And until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye.